Good evening, wrestling fans from the world-famous AWL Battle Zone in the GTA. This is AWL Strong and Free, and we are starting off tonight in the Joshi Tag Team Division as the number 3 rank AWL Monster Faction of Neko Musume, the Cat Daughter, and Wild Thing, the Lethal Lycanthrope, take on the non-binary Nightmare, Max the Impaler, and Heidi Howitzer. Together we all know them as the Wasteland War Party. And this is the night we are calling the Return of the Monsters, because after spending over a month in the shadows, just basically not appearing unless they absolutely had to, the Monster Union faction is back, and every member is in action tonight. Starting off in this opening contest in the Joshi Tag Team Division with the Unholy Alliance. Coming up in our main event, King Akira, the powerhouse, the bruiser of the team, in a #1 contenders match against Mac Classic 2. The Den of Serpents return to the Tag Team Division, and why the hell not? Lady Frost one-on-one with Lupe Peligro in the Joshi Singles Division, and more tag team action. T49P versus the new classics. What the heck else do you want in this world? This is AWL Hontai. Please, no, it's not Hontai. That's a force of habit. This is AWL Strong and Free. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a like. Leave a comment. Let me know you're out there. As we continue the march toward the future here in the AWL. The Black Tigers control everything, and we are trying to find our heroes to fight them, to come up against the darkness that is the Black Tiger Dojo, that is Black Tiger Wrestling. But everything they believe about professional wrestling is basically everything we don't. Not to mention the fact that we are approaching, in 3 weeks' time, the King of Trios tournament. We are looking for the brackets to be announced within the next week or so. It's going to be coming to you 3 videos from Korakuen Horu in Tokyo, Japan, the mecca of professional wrestling, sacred ground to all wrestlers, no less a venue is appropriate for the return after 5 years in the wilderness of the King of Trios tournament, the greatest tournament in all of professional wrestling, past, present, and I certainly hope, future. Wild Thing tags in the Cat Daughter, Neko Musume, the idol of the monster world. Off of the ropes. Oh, huge belly-to-belly splash by the non-binary Nightmare. This is nuts. Only 3 minutes into this contest. Plenty to go here. Cover. 1. Kick out against Max the Impaler. Looking for the position advantage here. Deep into Wasteland territory. Tag Kogeki opportunity. The tag touch is made. Tag team attack. Tag Kogeki. It's going to be double big back body drop as Heidi Howitzer comes into the fray. Cover there. 1, 2, 3. What do we have here? Looking for an opportunity. Oh, headbutt! Falling headbutt. That is going to be a fine. Keep going with that. You're going to get yourself disqualified, lady. Irish whip into the corner. Opportunity again. No, to the cheap shot. Max the Impaler sticking their nose in where frankly doesn't belong right now. 11 minutes on the clock. Plenty of time here. We have not seen, really, the Monster Union tag team since the Forge the Four tournament, where they acquired at the time, they lost the tournament, came in dead last, but that still left them in the top 4, in the best 4, in the title picture. A loss here would reduce them in rank at best, if not fully eliminate them from the top 4 ranking. I can only imagine that the leader of the Monster Union, Ophidian, would be, shall we say, less than happy about that. Looking at the tag team rankings right now, Wasteland War Party, mine is 0-1, Unholy Alliance 0-2, both teams looking for their first win this season. And there's the power of Max the Impaler. They are probably one of the only people in the Joshi division that could actually be a physical challenge, I would say, to Wild Thing, who is one of the strongest entities in the world. Nice hard shot there coming down. Oh, third of the way to the time limit. 15 minutes in this tag team match. Collar and elbow, tag mate, I should say. Nekomusame comes in now. And taking a look at the win-loss records in play here, Nekomusame 30 and 50, ratio of -17 to Heidi Howitzer's 16 and 12 +4. So this should be an easy win for the Wasteland War Party, but with the momentum on the side, not one but two potential. What do we have here? Collar and elbow. Oh, there's the nasty looking headbutt. I just want to remind you exactly what is on the line here. Not only the favor of Ophidian, but the fact that the Monster Union girls, they are at the bottom of the win-loss rankings. It's never too early in the season to start thinking about that career-threatening Botsumania match that must happen at the end of the season, at the season finale. Heidi Howitzer trying to get back to her tag team partner, get them into the contest. These two, a former pair of AWL Joshi tag team champions. Hisasawaza Lycanthropomb! And that Lycanthropomb is a knockout. Let's take a look at some of that action. The back paws, the educated back paws of Wild Thing coming into play. But in the end, it was the Lycanthropomb straight out of Transylvania that ended the fight. Monster Union on the One down, 2 to go for the Monster Union. 3 matches for them scheduled tonight. The other 2 coming up a little bit later. And that's something I'm guessing we're going to be hearing a lot tonight. Last week it was a difficult loss for Dragoness against Willow Nightingale. Tonight she looks to get back on her feet against a fellow Day 1 original.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall interesting fight. Taking her with the ring from the GTA, the daughter of the dragon, Dragoness.
At the moment, she is the number 2 rank in the AWL Best 4 for the Joshi Singles Championship. The only ranked wrestler from AWL Strong and Free at the moment, and the first, and I think the only, second generation AWL original in the Joshi division, and she is a Day 1 original, coming off of a difficult loss against Willow Nightingale. Frankly, she's lucky she's still in the Best 4, but hold a moment as the Dragon Fire illuminates the arena as it was in days gone by. I love doing that call. We're still looking for a hero to take the Joshi Championship away from the Black Tigers. Could it be Dragoness, a former champion in her own right? Singles, tag, you name it. She's going to have to get back to the winning ways right here, right now.
And her opponent making her way to the ring from the Warren, representing True Love, accompanied by Betty Bubbles, Usa-chan.
Usa-chan, one of the last people to hold the Canadian National Championship before Black Tigress got her filthy hands on it. Both of the Contenders titles in the Joshi division held by the same person. That's not supposed to be possible in the Animated Wrestling League under our rules for the Black Tigers, exploiting every loophole they can find, and if they can't find the loophole, they will bloody well make one. Betty Bubbles, the girlfriend of Usa-chan, coming into the ring, or being escorted to the ring, I should say. Very formal, these two, in their relationship. It is kind of sweet to see in this day and age. One of the most beautiful couples, I believe, in the history of the Animated Wrestling League, though granted that a very, very small history. Not a lot of romance in the Animated Wrestling League, I'm very, very sorry to say. Both these women debuted for the AWL on the first ever day of the Joshi division. Women's wrestling in the AWL goes back basically to these two people. And a drop kick for a Tachi by Dragoness getting us started here. Gonna make that swing, looking for the kick to the midsection. Dragoness, an all-rounder, much like her father, who's now the head trainer at the AWL dojo. Usa-chan, rabbit-style puroresu. That means a lot of kicks, a lot of leaps, a lot of jumps. Incomprehensible leaping ability, as you see just there, from the canvas to the top rope, to her opponent's shoulders. And an uppercut just to finish it off. That is the power of the legs of a rabbit-style wrestler. And there's the guillotine. Irish whip. Nope. Thought we were going to go for an Irish. We're going to get the springboard, but not quite the distance on that beautiful German suplex as a counter. You cannot afford to make too many mistakes with Dragoness as your opponent. Dragoness comes into this match. 62 wins, 47 losses, a rope break there. Whereas Usa-chan comes into this match, and we take a look here. Usa-chan at 46 and 37, so it's plus 12. Usa-chan needs plus 15. Dragoness, these are two of the best wrestlers in the entire division. 8.5 minutes here, 10-minute time limit, singles, non-title matches. We cannot have title matches on AWL Strong and Free anymore, I'm afraid to say, because of the rules of the Black Tiger Wrestling. They control all the championships, so they get to set way too many of the rules. Dragoness biding her time, looking for the right position. Oh, back elbow escape. Usa-chan felt it coming. Great in-ring instincts by the Pink Rabbit Girl of professional wrestling. Do not underestimate Usa-chan. You do so at your peril. Cover 1, 2. Only about 2 minutes or so into the contest. And we've seen both these women. Wait a minute. Dragon drop number 2. One of the moves inherited by her father. Inherited from her father. 1, 2. Kick out. Looking at a good 7.5 minutes left. All the time in the world. Dragoness picks up the leg. Oh, not going for a stretch. Like you're going to do a submission hold there. But up. Dragon Star Press does not connect. The family high-flying trademark. The Dragon Star Press, not enough. Or at least it, well, it might have been if it actually hit. I don't know. Drop down with that leg drop. As Dragoness, again, after the hard loss to Willow Nightingale of All Elite Wrestling, springboard drop kick. Willow Nightingale, who's been getting involved with John Moxley, the Death Riders, Adam Copeland, Cope, if you insist, and even Switchblade Jay White. She's been rubbing shoulders with the main event of All Elite Wrestling. Comes in here and frankly demolishes one of our better women's legends with the Babe at the Powerbomb. Swatting away the drop kick, causing me to hit my microphone. I hope that wasn't too obvious. Dragoness may be looking to fly here. I think she is. You will believe a dragon can fly. Over the top rope, but does not hit anything. Yikes. That is painful. And that is a bad mistake by Dragoness. A huge opportunity. Dragoness had some trouble with her dives and her tokes going into that match with Willow, or throughout that match with Willow. Maybe getting a little bit of the high-flying yips here. I don't know. It's that lack of confidence in her body control. That's the difference between victory and defeat, because that is what you do when you actually believe in yourself and you actually know what you're doing. You're confident in your abilities. Right hands, lefts and rights being exchanged on the outside. Back. Oh, side Russian leg sweep. I'm assuming they have rabbits in Russia. Why the heck not? 25 and a half. Oh, sorry, 5 and 25 left. Yeah, I'm calling times and I've got dyscalculia. Alright. Stomp on the small of the back. Up, down, and looking for it. Bunny hop! Bunny hop! Bunny hop! Into the cover. This could be 2 back-to-back very bad losses. There would be no way to defend a position in the best 4. No argument you can make. No argument you can make that Dragoness should be in the best 4 if she loses this, especially right now, to the Bunny Hop Extreme! Bunny Hop Extreme for the 1, 2, no. Yep, the chant of women's wrestling, that is indeed what this is. 4.5, beautiful drop kick. Okada-esque in its height and precision. Looking for Dragon Drop number 3. Her father's final finish. Not enough to get it done in this new generation. But maybe he missed with the Dragon Star press earlier from the middle row because she hit it from the top. Dragon Star! Isasawaza! 1, 2. No, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding. This is ridiculous. Swing and a miss there. Grab. Snapping super kick. You hear the snap echoing throughout the AWL Battle Zone. Knee breaker. Trying to take the base out from the Rabbit Wrestler. Excellent strategy by Dragoness. What is she thinking to finish this off? She is thinking Dragoness drop. Her own original finishing maneuver, the Dragoness drop for the 1, 2, 3. Sometimes family is your foundation, but you build your own future, and that is exactly what Dragoness did, using her father's signature maneuvers throughout the bout. Surviving the Bunny Hop Extreme, but winning with her own Dragoness drop.
Here is our winner, Dragoness!
Massive win for the number 2 rank in the best 4, deserving to still be there. Up next, 2 legendary tag teams who both find themselves in the best 4 are going at it 2-on-2 in the Danshi Tag Team Division.
American Dream.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Now making their way to the ring, accompanied by Georgie Kobayashi, representing Sekai-gun, the American Dream, hot song, American Canadian, and in the world, here in Canada. Together they are T419.
Alright, Sekai-gun revealed last week as one of the final trios for the King of Trios tournament, including Kyojin Kobayashi, who's not actually contracted to AWL Strong and Free, but the tournament allows teams to cross the boundaries of the brands.
And their opponents, being accompanied by Matt Classic, representing the Technicals. Striking combination of the Technical Wizard, Lee Mustard, the Suplex Master, and Nick. Here they are, the New Classics.
The New Classics, part of the Technico trio alongside their original coach and trainer, Matt Classic Sr. We will see his son, Matt Classic 2, in action a little bit later tonight. But we're getting these old trios from way back to Season 0 of the Animated Wrestling League, coming back for the King of Trios tournament, Korakuen Horu. What wrestler who could call themselves a wrestler would say no to a booking like that? Anyway, the tag team division is in play here. We are going for points in the tag team division. As I take a look, neither of these 2 teams are doing horribly. Neither of them doing particularly well either. T4-9P, they're in the best 4 because of their performance in last season's Tag League, and because of their performance in the Forge the 4 tournament. They have not actually gotten a win in regular season competition this season, 0-3. The new Classics have had a lot of tag team matches, but they've been split down the middle, 2-2. So it is, in this case, ±0 meets -3. Not a lot of teams on the positive side of the ledger as I actually take a look at the men's tag team division for AWL Strong and Free. Basically the Den of Serpents and the Cyberhawks, and that's it. Everybody is either at even balance or is in the negative. So the more tag team matches we have, the more chances teams will have to rack up the wins, get themselves an opportunity at the Black Tigers, at the Black Tigers and the AWL World's Tag Team Championship. Right now your legal fighters are the MMA background-bearing Technical Wizard Lee Masters, the graduate of the original Stu Hart Dungeon, Kid Canada. And note that Kid Canada is still willing to work for an with an American in Hassan. Here in Canada, we do understand that the government is not the people and the people are not the government. So while the anthem and all that nonsense gets booed, as it probably should, Kid Canada is saying, hey, I'm still willing to work across that 49th parallel in T49P. Sidewalk slam on the outside, only a couple minutes into this. 20 count on the outside, of course. Both wrestlers will have to be careful there. You can get a knockout victory on the outside. Of course, pinfalls and submissions not valid out there. Never have been, frankly, never will be. Except, of course, in BTW rules. But I have to be talking about that. This is AWL Strong and Free. We're supposed to have rules here. We're supposed to have actual professional wrestling here. And yet, because they hold every single championship in the company, I've got to keep talking about the Bloody Black Tigers and the BTW rules and all that shit. Because right now, the best you can hope for in AWL Strong and Free is to get your way up to that #1 contender status and go over to Japan and go to the BTW arena and fight a Black Tiger for one of the belts that, frankly, should be available right here, but isn't. Oh, nasty looking spear to Hassan as Kid Canada able to beat the count at 14 out of 20. Gut wrench, twisting gut wrench, rolls with it. We're going to go for another one. Yes, he is. Gut wrench powerbomb. Sequence of only 2. And this is smart. You take away that hand. You take away the grip. You take away the sharpshooter. The sharpshooter requires a strong grip on your opponent's legs. Damage the hand, that grip goes away. The Suplex Master now in legally for the team of the new Classics with Matt Classic Sr. at ringside. Cover, deep cover 1. Referee a bit slow to get into position. AWL Senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family with the call in this and all our matches tonight. And boom, Black Tiger drop. Maybe trying to send a message to Giant Tiger and Black Tiger Injustice, the reigning men's or world tag team championship, champions of the Dunshi division, and backdrop across that steel superstructure, and a running DDT, because why the hell not? Why the hell not? Well, Why the Hell Not is booked to appear a little bit later tonight, the tag team of Mr. Wrestling Machine and for some reason Danhausen. Team that's not actually going to be part of a trio coming up at King of Trios. 1, 2, kick out. Opportunity knocks here for the champions to watch their opponents. We know that. Almost a Cobra Clutch Ripcord Suplex, I think you might call that, as the Technical Wizard Lee Masters become really popular with a lot of our AWL fans lately, some even considering him a sex symbol. And he's going to be looking for victory to keep those fans happy. I would only assume
5 minutes have elapsed. 10 minutes.
Third of the way through the 15-minute time limit in this contest. Coming up next is the Joshi Singles Division. as Lady Frost set for action. Lady Frost with the most recent pinfall victory from Strong and Free over a Black Tiger. Tag made, Hassan is in, and these two go way, way, way back. The Young Lions, Lee Masters and wildcard Bubba Reese versus the Axis of Equality, Hassan and the Russian Bear Rasputin, back in Season 0 of the Animated Wrestling League. Oh, how times have changed! And there's a huge alley-oop powerbomb. Diving into the cover, didn't have the legs positioned properly for the cover straight out of the powerbomb. 9 minutes on the clock, plenty of time. Lee Masters fighting back. Eats a drop kick from the New Yorker. New York and Calgary, not exactly what you would think of as sister cities, but it works for one hell of a tag team. What are we thinking here? Huge All-American splash! Does not connect. Collar and elbow tie-up. Looking for something big for the Doc. No, reversal! Oh! Okay. Referee calling that a knockout, but I'm not sure. Let's take a look at that one more time. Oh, I think his leg came down bad. I think Lee Masters came down badly on that right leg. We'll have our doctors, Dr. Marcus Fieldgood and the AWL medical staff are going to take a look at Lee Masters, make sure he's okay going into King of Trios. They're going to be going back to Japan soon enough to go for the Joshi tag team titles, but tonight it's singles action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied by Amy Wade, making her way to the ring from Imperial Iceland, representing All Elite Wrestling, Lady Frost.
And Lady Frost, I'm just going to point this out, a little behind the scenes news here. Lady Frost, who has experience in Chikara and understands the concept of equal rights and equal fights, is actually pretty upset about King of Trios that it is an all-men's tournament this year. There is pending legislation before the various athletic commissions to allow intergender wrestling, but at the moment we had to agree to an all-men's tournament for the tournament to even happen. But she's been very vocal backstage saying this is not the Chikara way. And I agree, to be honest. Not much we can do about it, but I agree.
And her opponent, making her way to the ring from Veracruz, Mexico, the Knockout Queen, Lupe Peligro.
Lupe Peligro, the last living lady of Lucha. All of her stablemates eliminated from the AWL by the Boxomania career-threatening match that ends every season. The lowest ranked wrestlers in terms of wins and losses have to fight each other with their careers on the line. And it's not been a good few seasons for luchadoras. Lupe Peligro from Veracruz, Mexico, and of course Lady Frost with a great deal of experience in the Lucha Libre style, specifically in CMLL to Harris into the Bulldog off of the springboard. The Queen of Murder Gymnastics, very much at home in Lucha Libre style rules. Lady Frost pinning Black Tigress in order to earn her tag team partner a title match for the Canadian National Championship, the first and I hope only ever time that title is defended outside of Canadian soil. Over the top, what do we see here? Reversal, up, down, all around. Taking a look at the win-loss records coming into this match, Lady Frost 7-5 in her relatively brief AWL career, ratio of +2. Lupe Peligro actually perfectly balanced, 24-24, ±0. So after a less than successful run, try saying that 5 times fast, with the ladies of Lucha, Lupe Peligro looking to essentially start her AWL run anew in this contest. Lady Frost, basically this is extra reps, and look at that, oh, I thought you were going to go for a big springboard attack, changed her mind. The Great White North, the team of Amy Wade and Lady Frost, the Great White North, currently the #1 rank in the AWL Best 4 for the Joshi Tag Team Division, as we are awaiting and building up to Champions Week, which will happen the same week as the King of Trios tournament. All the titles must be defended. That's a rule even the AWL's would-be conquerors, the Black Tigers, cannot get around here. And we're going to be looking for challengers for those championships. Great White North sitting on a tag team title shot. It will be up to the AWL Commissioner. The Commissioner still controls the title picture. The AWL Commissioner, the Championship Committee, they control the title matches. That's why those get advertised even when other matches on BTW don't. 20 count on the outside, plenty of time left. Great head scissors takeover by the Queen of Murder Gymnastics. Count out perfectly valid as far as a method of victory in the AWL win-loss records. Nasty looking stomp. What's this going to be? There we go, drop kick right to the side of the head. Had a feeling that was eventually going to happen. 16. Lady Frost needs to finish this up. Somebody's got to get back in that ring, or we're going to have a double count out, and that would be a push. 18. Lady Frost is going to take the win. No, she isn't. Saving Lupe Peligro at 19, saying, no, I want this match to continue inside the squared circle where it belongs. Frankly, to me, that shows character, that shows integrity, and that shows an opportunity. I know at one point she was calling this the temperature drop. Never mind, changes her mind. Interesting takedown. I think that's a Harris takedown into an inverted figure 4 leg lock. This is interesting. We don't normally think of Lady Frost as a submission expert, maybe trying to expand her game a little bit. Hurricanrana by Lupe Peligro, who likes the knockout kicks, either in the corner or by a springboard drop kick, one of her personal favorites. All the tie up and drop down, the jawbreaker. Amy Wade watching. Amy Wade not the type to interfere with matches. Oh, I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be, as everybody's going down to the outside and a crash and a bird. That was playing possum, that was luring. That was Lady Frost luring Lupe Peligro out to the outside, causing her to hit that nasty splash on nothing. Takedown, or the big spinning head scissors. Around the world head scissors, knee lift right into the mask. Hitting somebody in the head when they're wearing a mask, that's not disrespectful. Trying to rip that mask off, abso-freaking-lutely.
5 minutes to the match. 5 to remain.
Halfway through the 10-minute time limit of the contest, going up, backdrop, driver, shades of Takeshi Morishima, and now into the German. What are we going to look for in the end here? Vertical suplex, I think. Yes! In Japan, I think they would probably be called a brain buster. Here in Canada, we call it a vertical suplex. Thank goodness for the AWL rule system that allows the wrestlers to do their business on the outside as long as they need to. Going back, up, round, and down. And now a snap vertical super. For the second time in the match, we are in the late teens on the outside of the ring. 17. Somebody's got to get back in here. snap again. 18. Last time, Lady Frost deliberately reset the count. Will she do so again? Yes, she does. Maintaining her integrity is the Queen of Murder Gymnastics from Imperial Iceland, representing herself, her nation, her tag team, and even All Elite Wrestling with distinction and honor here. And I think that's one of the reasons Lady Frost is pissed that women aren't allowed to compete in the King of Trios tournament this year. Because with not one but two teams representing All Elite Wrestling, she could have had a berth in the tournament, chance to wrestle in Karakuan Hall. You know, don't blame her for being pissed. 3 minutes and change now. Not going to go for anything fancy. Try to stick it in the ring. Codebreaker. And both women are exhausted. Lady Frost desperately looking for a cover. Will she find it?
There are 3 minutes remaining.
Not on that junction. Elbow strike. I don't even know if that was an elbow or a forearm. Both of these shots are starting to look a little bit sloppy. DDT. This late into the match. Exhaustion, fatigue a factor. Are we going to see an icicle? I think we are. The icicle. Used to call that the temperature drop, now known as the icicle. Beautiful sweep of the leg, hopefully to finish this off. One more time, one more icicle, that will do it. Boom! Flying through the air with the greatest of ease, Lady Frost with the 1, 2, 3. As the wolves howl. Look at that. That's, I mean, it's art. Pro wrestling can be art in the right hands.
Here is your winner, Lady Frost.
So Lady Frost making a good argument here. How are we still booking these people? And I don't mean the snakes.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making their way to the ring from very far away in Canadian parts unknown, the tag team combination of Mr. Wrestling Machine, very nice, very even, Unholy, together they are. Why the hell not?
Now this is going to be an interesting semi-final tag team match of the evening, as we're sort of seeing the dissension between Danhausen and Mr. Wrestling Machine, very much a relationship of convenience. But we do know that Danhausen will be wrestling as part of Team AEW Presents Orange Hookhausen at King of Trios. Unfortunately, Mr. Wrestling Machine is not booked for that event. But these two are.
And their opponents, making their way to the ring, representing Monster Union, tag team combination of the Serpentine sensation, Baby Sky, and the venomous, vile Serpent of the Nile, Obsidian. Together they are the Den of Serpents.
Well, it's actually hard to disagree with Ophidian on that one. If the Monster Union were to win the championships away from the Black Tigers, we would have to acknowledge them as the heroes of the AWL, and ugh, this makes me shiver.
There was no
Disgusting idea. Currently the number 2 rank in the AWL Best 4. The most recent former tag team champions facing off against the will never ever be tag team champions, I'm pretty sure. taking a quick look at the records here is the Serpentine sensation with a snake bite to start the match off. This could be the shortest match in history. We nearly had a sub 10-second match. I want you to think about that for a second. Why the hell not? Still looking for their first win this season, their second tag team match. Unfortunately, they're up against the Den of Serpents, who are undefeated this season, 3-0, number 2 ranked, highest ranked in Strong and Free. They're only behind Yokai Butai, who are wrestling over in Japan, and they're scheduled to be the next challengers. Ultramantis Black, longtime enemy of Ophidian. And it's got to be burning Ophidian up inside to realize that he's got to wait for Ultramantis' goons, as he probably sees them, to get their title shot before he gets his. And it is all about Ophidian. He's never once in his career proclaimed to the public, Viva Monster Union. We saw Wild Thing do that. We've seen Habitsky do that. The only one who's not done it is King Akira, and that's because he can't talk. So he will be able to fight in the main event actually, just as soon as this match concludes, so less than 15 minutes time, we will get to see a number 1 contenders match. And up, springboard, goes to the Hurricane Rana, sidestep by Mr. Wrestling Machine. The guy who hates his own family despite using most of their signature maneuvers, the brother of Strong Machine J from Dragon Gate, both sons of the original Strong Machine. Both competitors jockeying for position. Nobody here with a fully visible face, and I kind of like that one. Ophidian kicks out at just the 1 count. This would be an embarrassing loss if Why the Hell Not could actually pull it off. And here comes Danhausen. Danhausen versus Ophidian. I believe this is a first time ever meeting between these two. And going for a Cobra Clutch of his own. Cobra Clutch into the Russian leg sweep. That's only going to piss Ophidian off. You do not try to wrestle anything resembling snake style against Ophidian. But Danhausen may be looking for something very unsnake-like here. Is he thinking Hurricane Rana? Yes, he is. Kick to the head by the number 2 contender to the Tag Team Championship of the World. And what does he think of the cartwheel into the moonsault? Ophidian has always had as much of a treacherous, backstabbing, poisonous snake as he is. And there's that vintage Ophidian with that wheelbarrow facebuster. And now Ophidian Death Grip. As evil as he is, he's really good at this. Constricting Danhausen right to sleep. See, we just take a look at that again. Right there, gets the Death Grip, pulls him down, and that's it. He's gone.
Here are your winners. The Den of the Serpents.
There you have it. They could be the next tag team champions, but at this point, if it gets rid of the Black Tigers, I can live with it. Main event of the evening, number 1 contenders match, King Akira, Mat Classic 2. Let's get it on! Okay, so I can't do all the Iron Chef references and get away with them.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is a number 1 contenders match. The Anime Wrestling League Grand Championship. Introducing first, rising out of the sands of time, representing Monster Union is the number 1 rank in the AWL Best 4, King Akira.
The creature that Ophidian himself has declared to be the singles competitor for the Monster Union under his leadership, formerly a tag team specialist, currently sitting at a career record in the AWL of 41 wins, and 39 losses. That puts him on the positive side of the ledger with a win-loss record of +2. He faces a man who, by the numbers, is his superior. We'll talk about that in a moment. The enigmatic monster summoned from the grave from the sands of time, originally by the manipulator, that witch that brought the Union together in the first place. Though now, under the command, under the sway, hypnotic, as he always has been known to be, the control of the venomous, vile Serpent of the Nile. Speaking of whom, Ophidian just picking up his 16th career win in the AWL.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring from the Independent Serpents, representing Shinji Returns. He is the number 2 ranked in the AWL for Max Classic 2!
It's Reiwa Resu time! The modernizer of professional wrestling, Max Classic 2, 77 wins, 54 losses, ratio of +23. So 21 better, 21 higher, 21 more career victories, I think you could say. Actually, even more than that, you just have more matches. On paper, this is Matt Classic's match to lose, but Matt Classic 2's attentions might be divided at the moment, as he is a member of Shinji Returns, the second generation stable, coming back out of the archives, out of history, to compete in King of Trios. Is he fully focused on the Grand Championship? Bang the gong, the match is on. 10 minutes in our main event to determine who will face Black Tiger Justice, possibly at Champions Week for the AWL Grand Championship. Oh! The snake. That choke slam. He's not even the snake, he's the mummy. What am I talking about? The giant with that huge goozle into the top. That wasn't even a slam. That was just grabbing the man and throwing him across the ring. King Akira, the number 1 rank, looking to defend that position, to cement himself, contract himself into a championship match. It could happen at it could happen at Champions Week, it could happen after Champions Week. I don't know. But we know that during Champions Week, all titles must be defended. I understand that the King of Trios tournament itself will be considered part of Champions Week. So, as Lady Frost was just arguing that there should be a Canadian National Championship match at Champions Week, or at some point, well, there has to be. Maybe at King of Trios. Give the girls something to do. Give the women, a chance to get paid that weekend. Christ. Yeah, we've got this legislation before the Tokyo Athletic Commission, the Toronto Athletic Commission, about bringing back intergender wrestling at the independent level. And you know what? Sometimes talking to your representatives, members of parliament, whatever that parliament goes by, whether it be the parliament or the national meeting or the whatever, we look to sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You petition the government for redress of grievances, and right now the women of the AWL, they want equal rights and equal fights. Nasty looking shot there as, oh, what is this? Nice leg sweep. Modified leg sweep into the spin kick as Lee Masters suddenly back in control. Standing moonsault. That is such a difficult move. You are standing still, and while there's a little bit of give in the mat, there's not that much, and you're still doing a full backflip into the press. Drops down into the Reclamator. Does Matt Classic not going to get the submission that easily on a creature like King Akira, has literally survived tens of thousands of years now, going up, going supersonic with the airplane spin into the cutter. That innovation, that addition, that modernization of his father's old airplane spin. 1, 2, kick out by the number one rank. There's a difference. Rank can be lost. Contendership is considered a contractual obligation. Standing moonsault again. Going up. And elbow drop from the top. Vintage Animated Wrestling League. Oh, the dark magics. Ophidian, no stranger to the dark powers, nor is the rest of the Monster Union. Collar and elbow tie up here, looking for something in the corner. Yes, spine first into that metal turnbuckle. The padding will help prevent serious injury, but that is still going to hurt. That's still going to knock the wind out of you. Collar and elbow. Choke slam up and down. Goes down to the knees. Does the King. King Akira. I don't know what lies beyond the sands of time, but we do know this creature was a leader of men and monsters and nations on the other side. Well, in the next place, perhaps. Massive lariat taking down the number 2 rank, who's been climbing the ranks, Matt Classic has. One more time with the airplane spin. Into the cutter. Shoots the half. Hooks the far leg. Technically proficient. 1, 2, 3. And with a modification of his father's airplane spin, the journey is complete. Matt Classic 2 has climbed all the way to the top of the AWL Grand Championship standings, even as King of Trios looms. He's got a title match. Wait a minute, what's going on? Oh, get back live, get back live, get back live. The rest of Monster Union jumped the ring, but then out of nowhere, out of the crowd, Aztec Kaiser Neo and El Hijo del Magico, the other 2 members of Shinji Dai, returns. The 3 second-generation stars versus the monsters of the Monster Union, and beautiful! Oh, I love seeing Ophidian get hurt. King Akira taking down Ophidian as they're taking a look at swinging neckbreaker now. This is not a match. The show's over, folks. Ring announcer is scarpered. He's gone. Okay, I may as well say it myself. Here's your winner, Matt Classic 2. That is official. Victor by pinfall and number 1 rank in the AWL Best 4, number 1 contender to the Grand Championship is that man on the outside, and he's still looking to go after King Akira. I'm not sure why, as Ophidian having to eat the offense from the star of Aztec, Kurarasu no Hoshi, the star of Pro Wrestling, the bearer of the Star of Aztec, one of the original leaders, Matt Classic. Oh God! Oh, headbutt, nasty headbutt to El Hijo del Magico. Now I'll point out, El Hijo, this is where King of Trios is frankly saving 2 men's careers. Normally, any kind of violation of the brand extension is inexcusable in the Animated Wrestling League. It leads to demotion, it leads to potential firing, it leads certainly to suspension, as it has for the Monster Union in this very season. The first episode of Black Tiger Wrestling, the Monster Union crossed the line, attacking the Tigers. They all lost rank because of it. But because King of Trios is an interbrand tournament, the wrestlers who have been involved in the Trios tournament, they've got essentially special dispensation license to be here. I think Aztec Kaiser Neo and El Hijo del Magico were just backstage, enjoying the catering, and a chair to Ophidian, a chair to Hibitsky. Ophidian and El Hijo del Magico in the ring. Ophidian slithering up to that top rope. DDT from the Serpentine Sensation on the outside. High cross body block. This is not a wrestling match. There's nothing the referee can do about it. There's nothing anybody can do about this. I do apologize, folks. Okay, next week we will be back over in Japan for AWL Hontai. We know that the rise of the Alliance of Beasts has the Black Tigers scared and on the run. The great and devious Ultramantis Black, his plans starting to come together. We'll see what he's got cooked up for next week, as we will be only a fortnight away from the King of Trios tournament. And you know, there's going to be a bunch of guys, all of Takara alums, and look at that! I don't even know what the hell that was, but we finally got some control here. And we're not going to play any music, as this was not a professional wrestling match. But standing tall as we go off the air tonight here on YouTube, it's the #1 contender, Mac Classic 2, and Shin Jida. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave us a comment, get notified, all of that stuff. We will see you next week for more of the Animated Wrestling League. Until then, I'm Ryu Sensei. Thank you very much. Hontou ni arigatou gozaimashita. Kore de kimarida.